Sooners taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And for the right to play in next Monday's national championship game in Miami, we are underway here in New Orleans. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Cornhuskers now with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Madden. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Alexander. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice throw right there, Charles. And what a season this young man's had at the quarterback position. 44 touchdown passes, just the 6 interceptions. You'd have to think definitely ticketed to be one of the top picks in the draft come April.
I absolutely agree with that, and the numbers tell a good part of his story, but they don't tell everything. You got to put together the whole package, how respected he is by his teammates, what a leader he is, and that goes along with the numbers you just mentioned, and that's why he is going to be one of those top 10 picks that you suggested, maybe one of 5 or 6 quarterbacks taken in the 1st round in this year's draft.
On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Well, Charles, we talked earlier about the upcoming draft and where this young man at quarterback might be taken. It seemed like you and I, it's a consensus. We think early on, top 10. So now if you look at a landing spot, what teams, what openings could you see for 2021 for him?
And I think you're right to put it as a top 10 selection for him, and that's where we need to focus our attention. And when you look at the top of the board, well, the number 1 overall pick is Jacksonville. And really, do they have a quarterback? So I would look there. And number 2 with the Jets. Wouldn't be surprised if they moved on from Sam Darnold and decided to take someone in that slot. 3, Miami. That's where things get tricky. A lot of people talk about taking a quarterback there, but I wouldn't be surprised if they stuck with 2 in Atlanta. I think we'll stick with Matt Ryan. So the top 2 selections up for grabs. And then after that, Detroit could be a possibility. Could Carolina be a possibility? There are a number of teams that will get into that quarterback market.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Throwing on 1st down. Madden. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Madden. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there
you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a throw here, hauled in. It's a room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on a catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
To throw is Gilbert. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to guard his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Gilbert. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Gilbert. And caught, right side, Green. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Oklahoma now with a 1st and 10. Now Gilbert. Fighting through pressure. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on a 1st down sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. From the gun, Gilbert. Drops it underneath to Thomas. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Gilbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Jamon Mason there to make the grab. And the Sooners have jumped out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Touchdown. The Sooners get ready to kick this off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Sooner offense back out, ready for their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game. That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On first and 10, Gilbert. This one complete to Simpson. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Sooner touchdown. A great effort there. 60 yards. And the Sooners add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 17-3. Now following the touchdown, the Sooners get ready to kick this off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. descended upon this Grand Palace, the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, it's the second of our two semifinal matchups in the college football playoffs, as it'll be the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. To play in next Monday's national championship game in Miami, we are underway here in New Orleans. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10 for the Sooners. This is Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 1st down. Gilbert. He's got Mason complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot and run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Gilbert, he finds his man, complete. That's Mason. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. It's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Operating from the gun. Gilbert. And he can't escape, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Now Oklahoma's punter out there getting set. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off play action. Madden. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another. Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the false start will back them up 5. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
To throw on 2nd down. Gilbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Gilbert. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't as long as they're not listening.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And what a big-time play there. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was
looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Gilbert. And that is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Gilbert. Green with a catch left side. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Oklahoma's punter out there getting set, standing just outside his own goal line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. On 1st down, Madden. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with chance. This is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Gilbert. He hits Stewart in the flat. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. And Green with a catch left side. On, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner's awfully...
He's got a man complete. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Nebraska. A great play there. 84 yards. And the Cornhuskers have taken the lead. Extra point right down. The middle.
Sooners 3.
And the Cornhuskers ready to kick this thing off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out is the Oklahoma offense ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run with Thomas. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gilbert. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's got this down to the 35.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They give to Stewart out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
This is Stewart again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. Oklahoma now with a 1st and 10 as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Now a throw here to his running back. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it. pick up 6.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This defense not going to lag back. They come with pressure that time, force him out of the pocket, and the incompletion.
And so many times when you're watching a game, you're seeing the offense doing all the dictating. In this case, the defense said, we're dictating the terms, and turned it loose towards him.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Gilbert. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Alexander. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Right back to Dixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Operating from the gun. Madden. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So led by a collective team effort,
Well, we're now just a few days away from the College Football Playoff Championship game, where one of the nation's top quarterbacks will take the field one last time in a Nebraska corner.
Well, some of the biggest stars of the college football world will be on display tonight as we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we play for the College Football Playoffs National Championship, as it'll be the Clemson Tigers taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Set for football now in South Florida. Strap in, folks. It's going to be a good one. We are underway in the national championship game. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First and 10 now for Clemson. And he is brought down at the 22. Two after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. On first and 10, Madden. Over the middle, complete. That's Alexander. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Foster on second down. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Madden. And he finds Austin complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Alexander. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st down, they go with Dixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. On 3rd and short, it's Dixon. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Handoff out of the pistol. It's Dixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of only a yard. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D-line.
And that ball is caught for a Cornhuskers touchdown. Mitchell Harris there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Nebraska now after the touchdown, back out to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And this is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. He finds his man complete. That's Powers. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just 1 half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
1st and 10, Nebraska. This is Foster. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Madden. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Madden. In trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On comes the Nebraska punt team as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's taken on the 25. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Here's Taylor to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. The Clemson punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really stop. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. To throw on 3rd down, Madden. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Madden finding Harris over the middle. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Looking to throw. Madden, he finds his man, complete. It's Alexander.
7 yards to pick up there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not getting too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete.
And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. So celebration time in Lincoln tonight. For the first time in more than 2 decades, the Nebraska Cornhuskers are on top of the college football world.
For all my listeners out there, I'm just going to put it to you this way. NFL teams love championship pedigree. It's one of the main reasons why Nebraska is going to be represented near the top of this year's draft. By their star quarterback, of course. In short, there's plenty of amazing players out there. But when teams look at this kid now, they're inevitably going to think to themselves, winner, champion. Yeah, obviously his measurables are off the charts, but I think his championship experience sets him further apart from the rest of the pack. Anyway, let's shift into something I read before the show. An interesting post my wife Susie sent me about the upcoming football camp taking place at
Let's get activated, let's get activated. Let's get activated, let's get activated. QB in the pocket, let it go, them bullets penetrate. When you in that field, it get real, just stay dedicated. Go.
Put me in the game, I know what to do.
Show me something.
That's another sack, cause I be running through it. I set up the play, I'ma make...
No matter the game, that is what he aspires to be on and off the field. That competitive edge is something we both share. There's a lot of respect there. You know, I was an athlete forever, and I'm still a cutthroat competitor.
Both of you the exact same.
Neither of us had taken any shortcuts. And we both want to be disruptors.
The results from all your performance screenings were off the charts, which we expected. The DNA analysis helped too.
Yeah, you guys don't mess around. Man, I felt like a science experiment or something these last few weeks.
Everything counts. We track it all. Your sleep patterns, nutrition, lactate threshold, isokinetic testing. We need all that data to continue to personalize the plan for you.
Yeah, I have definitely been exposed to some things I've never thought about. Like speaking with the sports psychologist last week.
Take full advantage. It's not just how you perform on the field. I gotta be honest, I was a tad skeptical about you at first with all the buzz. You hear it all the time.
All right. So now that you met me, what do you think?
Everything we've seen on film has been on full display. I think that some people come here to train. They say they want to be like this. But they aren't ready to put in that type of work. They truly don't see themselves in that light. That's not the case with you. You're wired a little bit differently, I can tell. I'm glad you accepted the invite.
It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Couldn't pass it up. And I've always wanted to put my team on. If I eat, they eat. You know what I mean?
No one can make it alone. You already got that figured out. You're ahead of the game.
Hey. Hey, so I didn't tell you, but when we were hanging around at Nike, I got in contact with some reps for their other sponsored athletes. Russell Wilson's agent just emailed me. He's going to be hosting a charity game to raise funds for some local fields. You want in? It's going to be a pickup game in Hawaii sometime in March. They're still trying to nail down the exact date.
Wow. Hawaii, and we're giving back to the kids too? Yeah, you can definitely co-sign that one.
What if we told Zoe how to sit this one out? Hey, how about a little more enthusiasm? This is a big deal. You're not even in the league, and they're inviting you to line up against the best in the game.
I'm excited, I swear. I just couldn't imagine being in this position before. And to get back to the community too.
I get that. It's not about fame or the flashing lights.
I was barely able to eat off the dollar menu when we met. To go from that to canceled pros, and now this.
You've got to enjoy these moments along the way. Got it?
I think you're just excited that you get to go to Hawaii.
Of course I am. And you're not letting me have my moment.
All right, Jay. It's hard knowing other dudes are gonna be out there. I know we talked about this.
I hear ya. I know you would crush every single one of those drills, but we both agreed it's too risky.
Honestly, bro, they already got your measurements, your 40 time. There's enough tape. You got nothing left to prove.
Everything I'm about is gonna get questioned.
Trust me, it's a calculated decision. And it's the right decision.
Exactly. It's not like you never have the chance to prove it, though. You know, we're gonna have some private workouts lined up. A GM is getting fired if they let you slip past 3.
I want to be number 1.
More prospects fall because of the team interviews. That's our focus. You don't have any meetings with teams until tomorrow. We just gotta get through the media row today.
I think it's coming across like I'm selfish. I don't love the game.
Don't fall for that trap, right? You know what they're trying to do. You've been in front of a mic before. Just let them know that it's an honor for you to be here in Indy and meet with teams.
We'll use tonight to prep what kind of interview questions you'll get. It's not just straightforward X's and O's. The most important thing is that you win in the team interviews. We need to head out. I'm gonna need you to take a deep breath. This is all part of the process.
All right. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I didn't expect to answer any questions about my favorite marine mammals. Not really my area of expertise.
Well, this one is a little more straightforward. Teams that pick near the top of the draft are generally concerned with how guys who've had a lot of success in college will handle it if that doesn't come overnight in the NFL.
Obviously, we're picking first overall for a reason. We've got a lot of holes in our roster that we need to fill. So if this is a process that takes some time, how are you going to respond?
I don't lose. It's that simple. I've never played on a losing team, and I guarantee you I won't be on a losing team in the NFL. And I expect that everyone within the organization will be of that mindset. Man, my agent warned me that some of these questions would be random. Yesterday I was asked about my favorite marine mammals, and now you guys got me singing karaoke? Man, I can't believe it.
Well, the good news is, and I don't mean any offense by this, but we know for sure your game tape is better than your singing.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we got that all figured out.
So if you don't mind, I want to go back to your last college season. It goes without saying that you had a prestigious career. But did you feel like you needed to win the national championship to validate it?
I felt like it was the ending I deserved. You know what I mean? Like, I had this legendary college career, so it was only right that it was capped off with a championship, too.
2 minutes.
It's gonna be good to get back home.
Yo, I got some good news before you came down. Your boy graduated, leveled up. Finally got Jordan to pass me her brand connects.
Not all of them.
From now on, I'm gonna be your go-to. First matter of business is to announce that Nike's doing a brand event with Saquon for their fall football products in New York, and they want you there a couple weeks before the draft.
What? I'm so down for that. Jay, I know your favorite pizza place is in Brooklyn, but trust me, we gotta hit up Orchard Street. I'm gonna call my boy Shady and set it up. Oh, we are gonna eat good.
That's what I'm talking about. New York, New York, the city's so nice they named it twice.
I can never lose what you thought.
This guy's a fool. So that's the situation. The Hawaii charity game that Russell Wilson is hosting is the same day as the Nike event in New York City that Zoe is heading to. And no, it's not possible to do both.
Man, that's tough. What do you think, Jay?
Well, the Nike event is a good opportunity to continue building up your brand. But the EA Sports event will help your brand in a completely different way. You know how it goes. I know it's a tricky decision, but that's life in the NFL.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, I get that. But what I mean is you're always going to have people pulling you in different directions. And there are only so many hours in a day to do everything.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, what's it going to be?
I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Don't crossing the line today. The hate be so real, the love be fake. Be bumping they gums and bumping my tape. Don't go against me, they ask for my help. Go get out your feelings and get it yourself. Might got the same shoes, but you ain't gon' step. That you just put out, you could've kept. Yep.
Girl, it's old Lou, and I'm the go-to. When you need your back, bro, need that for real, for real. I'm who they ask for, like.
Inspired to shine, inspired to dream. I think of my life and I feel that I may be as good as I seem. Coming up, I dreamt of the checks I be running up. I sat on my bed writing lyrics and songs. I would practice some more, but it wasn't enough. I wanna perform, I want a crowd singing it back to me, stadium loud. Homies in front turning up, getting down. They come off the crowd. That energy hit when the lights on. That energy hit when it's my song. I'm starting to think like a mogul. I'm starting to feel like an icon. Cause I ain't the same and I know it. But I got the heart of a poet. That money is good, but it's new here. I'm trying so hard not to blow it. Cause all of my friends walk around in the icy, pricey. But when it come to me, I prefer just a tee and some Nikes. Fight me, I might be running from changes, I like how it is. Easy to cover the life that I live. Still ain't got used to the safe in the crib. I knew I would have it when I was a kid. At moments the nights would be dark, but told you the journey was long. Through all of the imagine the younger me singing this song. Like hickory dickory, my clock has been ticking to victory. I don't have a fear in the world. Whenever it's time, I know they'll be listening. If I want to think, then I know that I gotta get the rock. Gotta go harder with every drop. I don't remember pop. Happy to be
over my head and I'm a couple hundred miles from spitballing and betting. I'm kickballing. I miss when my kickstart was playing with Pixar. Now watching the hip charts. I miss when my wrists hurt from making the lyrics work. When I had to ditch work to try to make hits work. Now Birdie quit his work. We got him in golf shirts. We feel like the mobsters. I feel like a monster. I can't even cross it. But still the records got me
Level up. Underdogs coming up. Just came through the switch up the vibe. Wanna be when I must. Cutting up. Getting up. Came through to have a good time. Man, I can't get enough. Off the red eye. By my bread, I make no mistake, boy. It's all business at the end of the day. Oh.
my shoes. Yeah, you got to be the one that people looking up to. Yeah, I tried to reach the sun, but got me stuck to my shoes. I'm only human. I'm not perfect, just a person. I'm only human. Sometimes happy, sometimes nervous. I'm only human. I'm not perfect, just a person. I'm only human. Sometimes happy, sometimes nervous. I'm new to this game, I ain't been here long, so forgive me if I get this wrong. I get lost sometimes, literally I roam. I had to figure certain things out on my own. Make a phone call home to the ones I love. Crazy out here, hey y'all. To be real, man, I thought about going to so I can go fly high with the ones above. Yeah, I don't wanna be judged, I just wanna be me. Even though we buy chains, we just wanna be free. I don't wanna be judged, I just wanna be me. We just wanna be free. You got to be the one that people looking up to.
I ain't mean it. I'm in the backyard thinking I need that MIT. I'm good, I got my sitting back sipping ocean breeze. I don't got a baby ass some boys, but I hang on a white noise. Tryna get red carpet fly. I don't flex my life, I don't lie. Treat life like I might die. Don't like myself sometimes, but I bet that come with time. Ever feel like your head got screws until the bed lose? If I lose, ain't no food, I deja vu. I'm a man, I'm
Don't you come out in the dark. Don't you come out in the dark. Don't you come out in the dark. That's what giving you a start. Don't you come out in the dark. That's what giving you a start. Don't you come out in the dark.
Ready? 171. 2.
And I can't stop going. She wanna like she golden. Every time I do it, I raise the bar. Like a coach, I can show you the way to ball. Cut the tell him go play the better function. I just don't wanna be your husband. Only hundreds, blue bills like a thump. Hey, now I gotta talk loud cause the bass is thumping. Eeny, meeny, money, mo. I bounce on a broke, then hit the stove. Throw out my turf, so everybody know I'm too. I could bounce back from a loss. I'm just trying to get my point across. Yeah, I'm too. I can bounce back from a loss. I'm just trying to get my point across. I'm going off.
How I get that ooh. I'm too busy in this money.
Terrified, paranoid, I put you over everything. To fill the void, and when you're gone, will I have anything or will I be destroyed? Terrified, paranoid, I put you over everything. To fill the void, and when you're gone, will I have anything or will I be destroyed? Yeah. Too much money to count, what's the amount? 10 of a bounce, I got a pen to add it up and pay somebody to make sure whatever amount he said, I'm right up.
queen of New York, it's red life, I'm a big stepper. I bleed when I walk, big flexer, this is chess, not checkers. My checks up, when they talk down, tell them bless up. I ain't giving no lecture. I'm a living legend, even when I die, I'ma live forever. I'm one word with 10 letters, successful.
Here we go. Zona 88. What we got? Philly, 72 Philly. Ready, set, hush. Big stop, G. Big stop, let's go.
Hit the flow, wetted it off rip, Let me tell you a story, I was a G, Back up and coming in like a kiss, I was hanging around it just like a cliff, We were the boys up on the strip, Yeah, slapping on Christmas like a Grinch, And we taking it, go for it, Let's carry the hit, he done snitched, I ain't do it, do a thing, officer, handcuff, click, fight with mama, ding, ding, get me in, got a clean card, it was hard, like a beat, she said, don't get deported, you on the brink, everything is I'm a Then I do a full blimp, fly from Old Town Party, I keep drive down Linwood, Desi and Kings. If it's with a friend, watch them, bada blink. Next thing you know, then take out everything. All of me money, ding, ding, Fendi bag, shoes, I must see karma, but I bing, me eye them low like Mr. Ready, your next IETY thing, got a by human, is a real thing, used to thief out the people, them thing, full circle, come round like,
What's the amount? 10 of a bounce. I got a pen to add it up. Then pay somebody to make sure whatever amount he say, I'm back it up. Direct, some racks, I'm racking up. Stacking up, reaching up, acting up. Break it down, weigh it up, knock it up. Make a 5 of mine, that's regular. Playing with us, that's negative. Go back to start, that's never. I'm a boss, my closet leather. Ain't no off days on my schedule. Long as I live, we live forever. Told my twin, get better. Slip, let me ahead of. Got my feet up, I pay 70 bands to have on the jet. I don't need them, that in the past. I'm feeling like what's next. Got my speed up, foot all on the gas, just not a CA vet. I can beat them, I believe in me. Just tell me what's the bet.
If you know what I mean, I got my own 2 cents. If you know what I mean, I take the check over the tip. If you know what I mean, I pick the mortgage over rent. If you know what I mean, yeah. Me and all my winning. Remember back when I could never say what I'm feeling. Alright. Nowadays I text my lawyer, ask what the feeling.
Wishing that I would've quit. Looking good, feeling
good. Got them lining up, divining to my timing up. I'm climbing up. You won't see me folding up. You icy, but ain't cold enough. Feeling like the chosen one. Obstacles I overcome, they label me as troublesome. Rather see me down on my level, look, keep powered up. Had to trust myself. If it ain't fit, it ain't real enough.
Well, you just heard it from the man himself. Life is a bit different now since the last time he wore a Nebraska Cornhuskers uniform. I mean, just imagine spending a weekend out at...
for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more.
Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts.
Hey.
Caught me slipping once, okay,
That's right, put that phone away.
Someone hit your block up.
I'm just messing with you, man. Glad you made it out. Manny Kahue, senior assistant coach here.
It's great to meet you, Coach. I've heard a lot of great things about you.
Really? Most of your homework. Not many assistant coaches are getting love. And thanks for coming out on such short notice. We really wanted to get you in before the draft.
I was excited to come out here. Thanks for having me.
Glad to hear it. All right, Coach wanted me to show you around the facility, and then we can get out to the practice field. Sound good?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's go now! LA 85! LA 85! Sit hut! Sit hut! NOLA 7-8! NOLA 7-8! Ready, ready? One more. Ready, set. Set, hut. Set. Mizzou 87, Mizzou 87. Ready, go.
Better than this.
Set! 9, Brooklyn 9! Hut, go!
As you might expect, we've been keeping up with the various pro days being held at colleges across the country. And I'm hearing a lot of excitement coming out of Nebraska's campus. Yeah, I've got people like...
All right, Coach. We'll sync up later on.
It's great to meet you, Coach. Thanks for stopping in.
Well, looks like you're stuck with me now.
Nah, this is cool. You ain't so bad.
Hey, man, I don't want you to get a big head or anything, because watching film is the one thing in the world that I love doing. But I think I've watched every single snap of yours from college. I don't think I've seen a more well-rounded player at your position.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that.
I mean that. But here's what I want to know. Where does that come from? Because it's more than just God-given talent.
Definitely, man. Look, this is my whole life. I want to be the greatest. And to do that, I have to outwork everyone at everything. In the film room, in the practice field, in the gym on game day, everywhere.
You must watch a lot of film then.
I'm watching every highlight reel of every Hall of Fame player I can find.
It's good, you know, smart. Learn from the best.
Exactly. And I'm not going to be content until it's unanimous that I am the best.
All right. Well, here's my promise to you. If I end up coaching you, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you get there. Look, Growing up, I heard the phrase, Pupukai Holamua. It means unite to move forward. And that's what we're gonna do.
Unite to move forward. I like that. Yeah, perfect. We'll definitely be in touch.
Yo, life as a superstar is gonna be real sweet, ain't it? You ain't even played a single NFL snap yet.
Think about what it's gonna be like a year from now.
Rookie of the Year, future MVP,
Super Bowl champ.
As a kid, I always dreamed about standing on that stage, hold up that trophy.
When I win, I'll make sure you get up on that stage with the team. Won't be able to get without you.
Respect, man, but that is your moment. And you got a mogul and the best agent in the game with you.
Oh, so you became an agent?
Oh.
How about we just focus on phase 1?
What's in phase 2?
Oh, you don't know? We're going international. Thinking London, Mexico, Australia. You got your passport ready?
So, can he just focus on the interviews I have set up from tomorrow?
I'm not in unless you're getting on with me.
That's how it works.
You with it?
Always.
Hey. Well, all right.
We are not only with the projected #1 pick of the NFL draft, we are also joined by his agent, Jordan Ryan. You know, you don't see a lot of players sign with a relatively unknown agent. How'd you convince him to sign?
She's more hungry than I am. You need those types of people.
I didn't have to convince him. You know, you've seen it all and heard it all. There was a lot of doubt when he made the announcement, but we knew what the reaction would be.
She just had to be herself. You're just a number out there with some people, but her vision, her path, she's gonna change the game, and I'm committed to making it happen.
Well, she has to be good to get you to sign with Nike. Did they give you the LeBron deal?
We don't disclose numbers.
All right.
Anytime I can get him hooked up with the community. He doesn't just want to be an athlete. That's what makes him different.
Honestly, I just know what it meant to me when I was a kid. If I could have had the chance to be an NFL player or soon to be an NFL player when I was that age, it would have been the best moment of my life. I just want to pay that back.
That's a great way to look at things. And you made your way to Canton the other day.
I did. And it's something every football fan needs to do. We have to pay homage to the game.
So as you get prepared to be selected in the upcoming draft, potentially first overall, it had to have special meaning for you to go there and be immersed in football history, right?
Only 14 players in NFL history have been drafted #1 and made it to the Hall of Fame. But I fully intend on being number 15.
You heard the man. He thinks he's Hall of Fame bound, and I'm certainly not going to provide any opposition to that. If I were betting women, I'd say he'd be returning to Canton someday as a Hall of Famer. I wish you nothing but the best of the draft tomorrow.
This was fun, Nia. Appreciate you.
I met a shorty who's about to turn 40. I'm talking my we just shooting the breeze. Brothers and porches, but popping their watches, the whipping and raining. I keep it a G. Turn out the streets, we just.
This is the first time I ever seen you look nervous.
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good. Just been waiting on it.
Everything's gonna fall into place.
Yeah, man, you the Rookie of the Year. You haven't even walked across the stage yet.
Can he get picked first?
Oh, everybody in this room know he's gonna be a problem no matter which team drafts him. Missing piece to a championship. Not 1, not 2, not 3.
Can he focus on the draft?
It's all good, bro. It's gonna end up being the biggest mistake they ever made.
No sweat. We good.
Quarterback, Clemson.
Hey, it's on, right?
Nah, I'm sitting here with my phone off. Hello? Hey, Coach. Yeah, I'm doing great. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready for this. Let's do it. I can't wait. Thank you so much. All right, Coach, I'll see you soon.
This is only the beginning, bud! Soak it all in!
I couldn't have done it without you guys.
My bride here had to see the NFL!
Yeah, we big time, Zoe, big time!
This is your night. You big time, bruh!
You were made for this. Now just remember, you still got work to do.
Walk that stage, man. Everyone around the world waiting to see you.
In the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select.
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. But truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got the boys, got the max up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This something you get screwed and chopped on Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot.
Hey, congratulations. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Your passion for the game of football has been well documented over your very successful collegiate career, and it's made you one of the most popular players in recent history. Tell me, what do you want to say to the millions of fans you just gained simply by being drafted to the team they call their own?
Man, I just want to say that the best is yet to come. I promise you. I promise you that I'm going to give everything I have, not only become the face of this franchise, but the face of the NFL too.
Well, he's been the face of college football for a few years, and now he's already looking forward to the challenge of representing the NFL. Guys, back to you.
Congratulations again. Man, this is only the beginning. I'm just going to start.
The Home tab is your personal dashboard. Keep track of your goals, stats, and information on your weekly opponent at a glance. Manage your activities using the list of items on the left.